guys! Welcome to another episode of Filipindian Tales. And today, I will be showing you two very easy mango recipes that can be done in as little as 2 steps each. So right now I have here the mangoes that I'll be using for those two recipes that I was talking about. So here I have the Bangalore mangoes that I'll be using to make a very simple pickle. And the other one here is the Rumani mangoes that I'll be using to make a pachadi. So come on and join me as we make these two very simple recipes for you to enjoy with your family. So here we have the mangoes. They're nice and washed. It is important to wash the mangoes because for the pickle, we are actually not peeling off the skin of the mangoes. We are including them to get that crunchy element in our pickle. So first, we deal with the pickled mangoes. These are the Bangalore mangoes. So we start cutting them. As I've said, we are not peeling off the skin of the mango, so we just cut them as it is. We like pickles with big chunks of mango, so we cut them in slightly bigger pieces. So now we have our cut mango for our pickles. So at this point, we're gonna peel and cut the mangoes that we're going to use for our pachadi. We're using the Rumali mangoes for our pachadi. For the pachadi, we have to remove the skin of the mango. So here, I'm starting to peel off the skin of our mango. Already peeled up the skin of the mango, the Rumali mango that we're going to use for our pachadi, and we are now going to start cutting them into thin slices, as thin as possible. So now we have here our thinly sliced mango for our pachadi. So we have these cube mangoes for our pickle and the thinly sliced mangoes for our pachadi. So first we will start making our pachadi because this takes some time to cook. I have here my tower ready to be heated. So I'm just putting a fire on it. And we are just pouring in our sliced mango. And with this, we put in a little water, just to cover the mangoes. So here we will wait for the water to boil and for the mangoes to soften and then slowly disintegrate and become really soft and nice to eat. As you can see, the mango has started, softening, and the liquid is beginning to thicken up. As I do this, I also try to mash the mangoes. The big pieces can also be mashed, and so it is easier for it to soften and slowly disintegrate. So at this point, I am adding jaggery sugar. So we use this jaggery as it is a lot healthier than the regular sugar. So I put in 4 tablespoons of jaggery. The color changes because of the color of jaggery. It has darkened a bit, but that is actually the color that we are looking for. And so now we start to season our pachadi by adding some salt. So I'm just adding about 1.5 teaspoon of salt and some chili. So I have here like maybe 2 teaspoons of chili powder. If you have fresh chili, that's also good. Right now I don't have chili with me, so I'm using only the chili powder. What we're looking here is the balance between the sweetness, the spiciness, the saltiness of the entire pachadi. So we have the salt, the mango, which is sweet, of course the jaggery that adds more to the sweetness, and the chili powder for the spiciness of our pachadi. So let's cook it for another few minutes, maybe a couple of minutes, 3 to 5 minutes maybe, and then we're ready to make our tadka for our pachadi. Just allow it to boil for some more time. So I think that is done. We have a nice consistency for our pachadi. We'll put off the fire and then we'll get ready to make our tadka. We have to transfer it to the container where we plan to keep it because it should already be setting there before we put our tadka. The tadka should be poured in the container where you're planning to keep the pachadi. So now that our pachadi is ready, we will now start on the tadka that has to be put on top of the pachadi for more taste. For this tadka, we have to use sesame oil. So I have here the canned sesame oil that I'll be using for the tadka. Let's put on some fire first. Not so heavy because this is a very quick cooking, so let us just heat the oil, some sesame oil, just a couple of spoons of sesame oil is what we need. This is a very quick process, guys. That is why I'm saying we should have the pachadi ready. Then only, our tadka can be prepared and immediately poured on top of the pachadi. So we heat the sesame oil right here. The sesame oil, as it heats up, actually emits a very beautiful scent. It's a very nice scent. If you are only here with me, you can smell the nice aroma of the heating up of the sesame oil. So as our sesame oil heats up, we put in a teaspoon of our mustard seed. Yes. And maybe a few dash of our asapatida, and as you can, my god, the smell is amazing. So as I said, this is a very quick process. As soon as it heats up, we have to put off the fire, and just as it has enough heat, we pour it on our pachadi, so that adds some flavor to our pachadi. So there you go, folks. Our pachadi is ready. So unlike the pachadi, our pickle doesn't need cooking. It's just a matter of mixing all the ingredients and then we have our pickle ready to enjoy. So I have here the mangoes that we cut earlier. It's cut into bite-sized pieces because we like it that way. Otherwise, you can also cut it in tiny little pieces. And I have here the spices that we will be using for our pickle, and some oil. Again, I'm using sesame oil to mix up our pickle, right? So yeah, so I have here the mangoes, and I'm just adding first some salt. So here, so about 3 teaspoons of salt here. I like to add some coriander powder too. This is my recipe. Others may have their own version, but this is my version of the mango pickle. And of course, the chili powder. It depends on, how you like it. We add more of the chili powder. And then, I like to add a bit of sugar too. So just 1 teaspoon of sugar is what I normally add. And then, we just drizzle that with oil. And that's it. We just mix it up. And that is our mango pickle. So we now start to bottle our pickle. There you go, folks. Mangoes in 2 easy ways. Our mango pickle here and our PACHADI. Well, I hope you had fun joining me in today's episode of Filipindian Tales. And if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and click on that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I put up a new video. And as always, maraming salamat po, and please do remember that life is a journey and not a race. So don't forget to have fun along the way. Bye for now!